Thunder Bay's Event Center has an impressive pedigree. It's the last in a long line of planning humiliations. 2 covered malls, a gambling casino, and the waterfront. Victoriaville was modeled after Mall Saint-Roch in Quebec. It would be a covered mall planned to revitalize the city's south core. It was a bad idea and it was badly executed. A magnet for despair and crime, Mall Saint-Roch has been demolished long ago. Victoriaville stands today. 17 businesses failed when it opened, and those were its good days. It never made a profit, and while Mall Saint-Roch is today a thriving neighborhood, Victoriaville stands at the epicenter of despair and crime, a permanent tribute to planning mistakes that last forever. Keskis, Thunder Bay's North Core revitalization project, failed in the 1990s. It was sold for $1 and it was demolished, paving way for Thunder Bay's next sure planning bet, a gambling casino. The Thunder Bay Casino was delivered on the heels of a public relations campaign that one commentator branded 50 Shades of Hucksterism. Other communities now use the Thunder Bay experience as reasons not to invite a casino into their towns. Tourists would come to the Thunder Bay Casino, we were told, by the busload. They would shop in our stores, they would eat in our restaurants and sleep in our hotel rooms. It would be an economic driver. Just build it and they will come. Well, we built it and they didn't come. So what went wrong? What went wrong was Thunder Bay doesn't have a significant catchment area. While a city like Sarnia, with a massive neighboring population, sees visitors approaching 55%, visiting patrons account for less than 10% of the Thunder Bay facility. And the take from the Thunder Bay Casino, that would be the city's take, amounts to about 5%. Support from the small business community, which approached about 80% approval in the beginning, fell to 80% disapproval now. Then the casino profits are almost exclusively drawn from the struggling economy that it was meant to enhance. But with it, the city's notion of establishing an entertainment district was firmed up, allowing it to move on to its next planning venture, the waterfront. So here was the plan. Land would be reclaimed from Lake Superior and taxpayers would pony up about $60 million for its landscaping and the development of the public elements. For its part, the private sector would build a hotel, 2 condominiums, a spa, a wellness center, 45,000 square foot indoor water park, and commercial spaces including a market square, and would acquire a lease of up to 99 years for the railroad station, the only historic building in the development. We never got the water park. Gone apparently also is the market square in deference to a parking lot. Commercial spaces seem to have been negotiated away, and the spa or the wellness center may show up perhaps in future redevelopment of the railroad station. Council presented the City of Thunder Bay with a dream. Developers presented the corporation of the City of Thunder Bay with a financial reality. Business-wise, the dream and the vision didn't pencil out, leading one councillor to say, "We spent $60 million to privatize the waterfront." After the 2010 election came the big surprise. It was revealed that the public portion of the waterfront, promised to be on course before the election, turned out to be outrageously over budget again after the election. The mayor said he believed that the voters were deceived. Deceived. Does that mean lied to?
Why do people have to tell lies?
Usually it's because they want something. They're afraid the truth won't get it for them.
Apparently not. According to the city manager, the city was just being optimistic. Quite frankly, he said, I don't think we were being realistic. And so it was, the origin of the city's January surprise. No bad news before an election. It's clear that Thunder Bay has had more than its fair share of growing pains. In fact, projections suggest that we may not even be growing at all. As a matter of policy, solutions to complex urban problems have been oversimplified at City Hall and reduced in the minds of city councillors to grand solutions, the impact of which city planners are simply incapable of fully understanding. We are familiar with the cliched definition of insanity, often applied to politics, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Considering the landscape at City Council, we may very well be insane. With the exception of one ward councillor, all the incumbents have served multiple terms. No amount of experience can offset the incompetence or weak leadership or the complacency brought with time. The councillor's position was never meant to be a golden rice bowl, communist China's proverbial job for life. And all this has led to a culture of privilege and concealment at City Hall. Consider the final insult of the event center fiasco, the city's formal application for funding delayed until after the election with this comment to the press. The federal government's been very clear that funding a pro team is something that they have no appetite for. We're cognizant of that, but we're still of the view that we're putting our applications forward and see where the funding comes out. It wasn't pro teams noted as objectionable, it was professional sports facilities. The event center was a professional sports facility. On cue, a reply from FedNor came dated January the 21st, which the city waited until March to publish, excoriating the public servant who wrote it. The January surprise, no event center, time released. These January surprises appear to require a degree of coordination between council and administration. If this is so, who can we trust? It seems neither council nor administration look on citizens as shareholders in this operation. We're not even sharecroppers. We're cows to be milked, and we're not entitled to moo too much in the process. That might be considered negative. Was anyone really surprised when City Council went into closed session with administration and announced that the city would not adopt a code of ethics? They cannot even tolerate that small, reasonable constraint on their behavior. Why would anyone be against a code of ethics? Many cities have them. You can look them up on Google. Then ask yourself why City Council might object to the requirements of honesty, transparency, truth, respect, and integrity in the course of their public undertakings. We owe it to the people who built our community from scratch to draw a line under this humiliating chapter of our city's history. Let's do what our founders did, what our City Council has proved time and time again that they cannot do: match ambition to reality. Thanks for watching. Please vote.